This video will guide you through 8 steps needed to write a joint venture agreement for your business collaboration. Joint venture agreement drafting is a frequently requested service on the Contracts Council platform, since business owners want to make sure they are legally protected when forming partnerships. If you need to write a joint venture agreement, this video is for you. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. This video will cover the purpose of joint venture agreements, key terms to include in your document, and 8 steps to follow to write your agreement. We've also added a link below with information on lawyer pricing if you want to know the cost of hiring a lawyer. Now let's get started. Purpose of joint venture agreements. Joint venture agreements are legally binding agreements between 2 or more parties that outline the terms of a business collaboration. The purpose of joint venture agreements is to clearly define the partnership terms, protect the rights of all parties, and ensure mutual understanding of the collaboration's goals. Without using agreements, parties can open themselves up to legal issues. Some reasons why using a joint venture agreement is important are as follows. 1. They create a clear agreement of partnership terms and conditions. 2. They protect the rights of all involved parties. 3. They lessen the possibility of disputes. 4. They ensure compliance with business laws. And 5. They safeguard against potential liabilities and risks. What to include in a joint venture agreement? There are common terms used in joint venture agreements. Here are some you will find. 1. Names of the parties. The agreement includes the legal names of all parties involved in the joint venture. 2. Purpose of the joint venture. This clause clearly describes the goals and objectives of the joint venture. 3. Contributions. This section specifies the contributions of each party. Contributions may be capital, intellectual property, marketing, labor, or other types of contributions. 4. Management structure. This section outlines the management and decision-making process between all parties forming the joint venture. 5. Profit and loss distribution. This section details how profits and losses will be shared among the parties. 6. Confidentiality. This section protects any confidential information shared during the joint venture. 7. Termination. This sets rules on how the joint venture can be terminated by any party. And 8. Dispute resolution. This details the procedure the parties can take in the event of a dispute. 8 steps to writing a joint venture agreement. Here is a list of 8 steps you can follow to draft your joint venture agreement. 1. Review the commonly used clauses discussed earlier in this video or find a template online to use as a reference. This will allow you to know what to include. 2. Identify the key information you want to include in your agreement. This may include details about the purpose of the joint venture, contributions, and management structure. 3. It is critical to use clear and concise language that all parties can understand. 4. Once you've written your clauses, organize them so that they are logical. For example, you likely want to have the purpose section come before the contribution section. 5. Be sure to incorporate any applicable laws and regulations that may be specific to your state or industry. Note this may require research. 6. If you are unsure about anything, consider using Contracts Council's platform to seek advice from an experienced business lawyer who works on joint venture agreements. Find a link in the description to joint venture agreement lawyers. 7. Review and revise the agreement to make the language clearer and confirm you have included everything needed. And 8. Create a single document to serve as your joint venture agreement and ensure all parties have access to it. Drafting a joint venture agreement is a vital step in protecting all parties involved in a business collaboration. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching.